G'day and welcome to another Pokemon Go video. So jumping straight into Go Battle League, and as you can see I'm currently rank 16. So we'll jump into the Ultra League, and I do have a playlist with my previous matches, so I'll link that now, you can check it out. And the team I'm running today is Talonflame, Gallade and Kingdra. So let's jump into this first match and see what we get. Ferrothorn on the lead, absolutely amazing lead for Talonflame. So they switch into their own Talonflame, which is going to be an interesting one here. So for this, not going to shield this up, expect the Flame Charge to come through, and it does. So it does absolutely no damage, which is absolutely fantastic. Get to the Octazooka. And I get the debuff, so huge debuff there, so that's massive. So I'm thinking, do I shield this up or do I not? I decide to shield it up, and it is the Brave Bird, so that's fine. Unfortunately, they get to another charge move. I'm not going to shield this up, and it's another Brave Bird. Takes me very, very low, but I am able to tank it. Out comes the Ferrothorn, which is what I expected, and it's going to come in and farm me down, which is not ideal, but its charge moves are going to do absolutely nothing to Talonflame, and I'm expecting them to switch out, which they do, and in comes Swampert. Unfortunately, there is a little bit of lag there, so that's really not ideal for me, and I'm going to let this first one go, and it's an Earthquake. That is really, really bad for me. But I've got a Brave Bird saved. It's going to do enough damage to KO. Out comes the Ferrothorn. I will shield this one up. Power Whip's not going to do too much damage, but I have been debuffed, so I might as well use that shield. I've got it, so let's use it. Able to get to the Flame Charge, and that's going to be enough to take that game. So that's a good game right there. So a little bit of lag there caused a little bit of an issue with against the Swampert, but not too bad. And that Earthquake coming through, just absolutely beast of a move. So we've got Toxicroak on the lead, so this is good for me, and I'm going to stay in here because obviously Toxicroak versus the Gallade is going to be really, really good. So I wanted to switch out there, but unfortunately it looks like it was a CMP tie, and we got the Body Slam, and then I've now switched out. So this is yeah, not ideal, but not too bad. So I'm going to let the Body Slam go through, and then I'm going to look to farm all the way down. I expect the Toxicroak to come back out. Well, do I? Yeah, so Toxicroak to come back out. I'm going to throw the Octazooka and see what we get. So no shield, but I did get, again, another debuff there on the Octazooka. So absolutely brilliant. So that's lowered their attack by a lot, and it's not enough to take me out, so I'm able to get to another one. So that debuff absolutely played an absolute beast of a move, and I've just been debuffed again. So they switched straight out. So now what I'm going to do is, I know that my Gallade is the play that I want. So what I'm going to do here is charge up to double Leaf Blade. I'll throw this Leaf Blade and see what they want to do. So no shield there. I'm going to go straight into the next one, and again, we'll either get the shield or this is GG's. Get the shield there, and I'm trying to swap out ferociously, but not able to do it. So I'm actually going to let this go. I'm going to be able to come in and farm down with the Talonflame, and then throw the Flame Charge onto the their Pokemon, and because they've got such little health, that's going to be a good game. But they did have the Lapras in the back, so you've got to be careful of those swaps, and was able to farm down. So able to take that game, so good game there. Didn't play that particularly well, probably should have swapped out with my Gallade because it's got such a good matchup. So on the lead, we've got the Charmer. So absolutely perfect. I do not want to see a Charmer in the back with this team. They swap out into Charizard, so it works out perfectly for me. The only problem here is Dragon Claw, and there it is. So Dragon Claw is going to come through, and it's going to do a lot of damage. So let's see if I can get to an Octazooka before they can get to another Dragon Claw. I cannot. So they get to the Dragon Claw, I shield that up. And then I want to overfarm just a fraction, not much, because I don't want them to get into another one before I can throw a move. And then they just let it go. So Charmer's going to come in and farm me down. So not a good time for me. So I'm going to come in with my Talonflame here and throw the Flame Charge, and they're not shielding up and not swapping out, so that's fine. Medium Ash comes through, doesn't do a whole lot of damage, and I've got 2 shields, so I'm not liking the fact that they're saving all these shields. Throw the next one, and out it comes again, and I've got a Gallade in the back, so can I get to this charge move here? And so what I should have done here is swap straight out. I did finally swap out there, but it did allow them to get a lot of extra energy, so I'm not sure that it's going to be enough. They'll be having back-to-back Leaf Blades here, and is this going to be enough to KO from this range? Not quite. I'm going to throw my own Leaf Blade there before they can get a fast move off, which should grab their last shield. Well, I say should. It is going to grab their last shield, but they're able to charm me down, and they're able to register their confusions, 2 of their confusions, before I can register 2 of my incinerates, and they take the game. So really close game there. Yeah, so good game by them. What I should have done is just come straight in with the Gallade at the end. So this one, Charmer on the lead, and they swap into their Kingdra. So I'm going to mirror that. I'm going to throw up my shield here. Unfortunately, it is the Octazooka. It doesn't really matter because they're not going to be getting to another charge move. I'm going to throw mine, and they decide not to shield, but that's absolutely fine. I'll just farm them down, and then out comes the Charmer. Well, I assume. Let's just waiting for their switch clock to count down. Out comes the Charmer. I'm not able to get to another move, but that's absolutely fine. I'm going to let my switch clock count down a little bit as well. And then out comes their Swampert here. And then for this one, I'm going to have to let the first one go. I can survive 1 Hydro Cannon, but they get to a second really, really quickly. So I'm not 100% sure how they managed to get to that second one quite so quickly, but able to get to the Leaf Blade, throw that. And then we'll see if we can get to another before they get to a move. I am able to get there. So this should be... Oh, it's not getting their second shield. Through comes the... their Charmer, and I'm going to go for just back-to-back Flame Charges. They've still got a shield, so at some point they are going to have to use it. And is this going to be a rock... An Ancient Power? No, it's just the Aerial Ace, so I can survive the Aerial Ace. Can I get there? I can get to my charge move. There's the Brave Bird. Shields are down, and this is a good game. So really lucky there. So obviously they're probably running Aerial Ace and Flamethrower, because Ancient Power would have absolutely destroyed me there. So really lucky that they weren't running the move type with, well, they weren't running Ancient Power, because that would have meant... GG's to me there, but able to take that win, and we'll jump into the next one, and we have another Togekiss on the lead. So not too bad for me, but like I said, I do need to shield up the Ancient Power, so I'm going to do that, and this one is running Ancient Power, so there it is. Ancient Power comes through, and I'm going to go again. So it looks like this one is running Wing Attack. It doesn't look like it's running Charm, because it's getting to those, got to the Ancient Power really, really quickly. And they've decided not to shield this one up. I'm actually going to shield this second one up. I don't mind going down a shield because that Ancient Power is going to absolutely destroy me. So out comes the Swampert here. And I do expect them to switch it up. But they switch into... So this is a really interesting swap in. Unfortunately, they are just able to get to the Blaze Kick, which isn't going to KO, but does get me low. Swampert comes through, going to be throwing the Hydro Cannon. That is going to be taking me out. And so now, what do I come in with? The question is, they will be throwing a Hydro Cannon. So I'm going to come in with the Talonflame here and throw the Brave Bird. Trying to swap this out. Not wanting them to farm up any extra, and I'm expecting a Earthquake to come through. Yeah, so Earthquake is the right play there. Does do a lot of damage. Let's see what they want to do. Too quick to get to an Earthquake, so it is the Hydro, and Hydro is double resisted, so it doesn't do enough to take me out. It does allow me to get to the Octazooka, which isn't quite enough, but I'm able to fast move farm it down, which is absolutely outstanding. So able to take that game, really close game there, and go 4-1 in that set. So happy days. We'll jump into this next set and see how we go. So Talonflame on the lead, obviously you don't want to see waters. And we've got Shadow Machamp, so really good for me. And they swap into a Kingdra, which my only answer is to mirror that. For this one, let's shield this up and see what we get. It is the Octazooka. It didn't debuff me. Happy days. I'm going to throw my own, and I don't expect to get a shield from them. They never really shield, and then I'm able to farm it down. So expect the Charmer to come back out. The Machamp to come back out. It does to farm me down here. So here, what I'm going to do is come out with my Gallade, and I don't need to shield this. As long as it's not the Community Day move of Payback, I'm all good. Rock Slide comes through. I'm able to swap into my Talonflame here, and this is GG's. I'm going to let this go. Sludge Bomb's going to do a bit of damage, but the Rock Slide is obviously going to do more. So I need to save that shield for the Rock Slide. They let it go. They've got 2 shields here, and they say thanks for playing, and say good game, and off they go, because not shielding up there, there was nothing they could do. That was a good game right there. So happy days. With 2 shields, it might have been a little bit interesting, but Confusions are going to do absolutely massive amounts of damage onto that Shadow. So water on the lead, not ideal. I swap into my Kingdra, and they come out into a Roserade, which is interesting. It's going to do neutral damage here with this Grass Knot, and it does a lot of it at that. I'm going to go straight for the Outrage and hope I don't get a shield here. Unfortunately, they've decided to shield up, and they're going to look to, no, not going to farm down, going to throw energy, perfect for me. I'm going to let this go. And they under farm, so really good play by them. Just able to do undercharge it by enough to be able to take me out before I get there. Going to come in with the Talonflame. Not going to shield this up. If it's a Grass Knot, it's going to do nothing. Weather Ball, still going to do nothing. So really good for me. Going to swap out straight away. And they did the same. And I think what they did there was a blind swap. Because that was really not a good thing for them. I'm able to fully farm that down, store up a lot of energy. They use their last shield, and then out comes the close combat, and that's going to be enough to KO with 2 shields in the bag. So really lucky for me, and that blind swap was not ideal for them at all. I think they were anticipating the swap and just insta-swapped regardless of what it was, and it turns out lost them the game. So let's jump into the next one and see how we go. So we've got Scissor on the lead, so this is a really good lead for me. And let's see if they want to stay in. So they look at the damage that Incinerate does. Not even boosted, and it is absolutely tanking. So not going to shield this up. Pretty safe that it's going to be the Night Slash there. And what I'm going to do here is just throw straight into the Flame Charges and see what they want to do. So got back-to-back Flame Charges, got the shield, and then just going to throw the next one. And they've left the game. So no idea what they had in the back, but they did not like what they saw. So happy days, able to take that game. I mean, they were down to 1 point. Oh, so this is not a good lead. So Shadow Swamp it. So I've got a whole lot of lag, which is not ideal. Let's see what that means. So with all that lag, I'm hoping that they're only getting to a Hydro. Unfortunately, it is the Earthquake, and it one-shots me. Yeah, so had I known, I could have possibly played that out a little bit differently. But at this point, it's GG's. Basically, they've taken out my my counter to them. They've got switch advantage. They've got shield advantage. Yeah, this is GG's right here. That little bit of lag that didn't allow for the counting of fast moves really didn't go too well for me. Out comes a Skarmory. I'm going to be able to throw this Octazooka here, and we'll see what we can do. So Octazooka comes through, and I do get the debuff, so that's a start. We'll see what happens. So Going to throw the Sky Attack and does absolutely no damage here. So going to overfarm a little bit because although I'm pretty sure the game's over, why not? Got another debuff there, so that's absolutely massive. Expect to see a Brave Bird come through. It does, and it doesn't do enough to take me out. I do swap into my Talonflame, but unfortunately they win CMP tie. I thought I won CMP tie versus Swampert with Talonflame, but wasn't to be. I don't know whether there was lag. I'll need to check that. I've won every other CMP tie with a Swampert, so unsure why I did not win that one. So really odd there. But what are you going to do? Real bad play by me at the start. So we've got Executor, and they swap into their Swampert. So good lead for me. And you want to swap really, really quickly to stop them getting an extra Hydro Cannon through. So I'm going to shield up the first one, throw the Leaf Blade, and we'll see what they want to do. Obviously, they will shield that up. Next Hydro coming through, so I'll let this go because I know I can tank one Hydro Cannon. But let's see what they want to do. Able to get to another Leaf Blade, so absolutely outstanding here. And they let that go, so even shields, and in comes the Executor. And for this one, I'm obviously going to come out with my Talonflame. I'm going to let this going to shield this up, and it's the Seed Bomb bait. Not ideal for me. So out comes their own Talonflame. Going to throw the Brave Bird here, and then swap straight into my Kingdra. No shields, and let's see, is it going to be a Brave Bird? It is the Brave Bird. How much damage does this do? And we've got some more lag. Not good. Let's just wait and see. Oh, there's the Brave Bird. Did no damage. So I'm assuming they had lag on their end as well. And it is this time the Flame Charge comes through. Unfortunately, we did CMP tie, so I'm going to not charge that up at all. And they've decided to swap that out. And going to instantly Flame Charge this down because I do not want to be taking another charge move. Out comes their Talonflame. I'm going to be able to fast move farm it down. So last game had some lag that was not good for me. That game seemed to have some lag that helped out and was able to go 4-1 in that set and got rewarded with a Frillish. So happy days. I've got a video on excellent throws, and one of the things is don't throw when they're attacking. So I'll link to that now if you want to improve your excellent throws. Hopefully I can actually do that at some point, and there's the excellent. So that's really it for this. I don't know how I feel about Kingdra in the team. I think I'm going to have to switch it up again because Kingdra's absolutely wreck my team, but at the same time, whenever I come up against them, they seem, well, it doesn't just seem to be that overpowered from what I've been seeing. But that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.